Hello friends, my name is Swapnil Mane, Assistant Professor in the Mechanical Engineering Department with the Vardhani College of Engineering, Vasai West. Today's video is based on orthographic projection, and in that we are talking about sectional orthographic projection. For this, we have considered this example and the top view is already available with us. Now we are going to draw the sectional front view along the direction of this AA. So whenever the machine element is given, we have to identify the section line. How to identify section line? A section line will be denoted by the end will be given by some notation. So this is given as A with some arrow. This arrow is the viewing direction. That means this object is getting cut along this section line and we are to view from this side. So it is a sectional front view. So let us draw. So we will start with line command from this point to this. This below is 130, then again 20 and close. Then you see that from the top it is 130 and from this center point it is 70 and this is 90 from here and the total distance is 70 plus this outside radius is 20, so 90. So 130 minus 90 will be this distance. So we will go ahead with this. Line from here at a distance of 20, then till this end, then up we will go by 20 and we will close here. Then by taking from the layer, select construction, then draw construction line from this as a reference. Then I can copy CO from the base point this and this, then the projection of this circle and this circle. So we can get the line over here and this is at a distance of 44 from here. So select this, say copy from here at a distance of 44, then trim up to this line and this line, enter this and this is to be trimmed. In between this we have the line. And this. So these two lines belongs to outline. Now this projection we will take. So this line you have to copy from this point to this point. And this is ahead at a distance of 6 from here, and then what is the height of this is 22. At a distance of 22 there is one circle, so we will draw one line at a distance of, so go for outline, line starting from here at a distance of 22, then go inside. To draw this inside circle we are talking about, the inside circle is diameter 16 and outside is 14. So from here we will again take copy from here at a distance of 14. So we will get the top portion. and if I do offset of 8 on both the side, I will get the inner circle. So offset by 8, this line here, this line here, and then see what we can do is only the line is available from this to this, and it is getting, rest of the thing is getting cut. So we will trim it. So trim up to this, enter all these lines, and trim up to this, all these lines. Now what we are doing here is, first we will draw the basic orthographic projection, and then we will think of the section part. So we are basically drawing the orthographic projection like this, and then we will go for sectional part. So line, we will draw the rib now. Rib is from here to here. Okay, now this line is also not there. So when I cut it, when I cut the object from this line, the sectional view will look like, it will pass through this. There is no material in this small hole, then there is no material in this, also there is no material because it is a cut through hole. Rib is getting cut and this big back plate is getting cut. So wherever the object is getting cut, that portion is made to be outlined. So we will do that now. So go for construction line. From here, the basic rule, or we can say the maximum times the hidden line gets converted into outline in the section view. So we are going to do the same thing. Now here there should be hidden lines drawn, but because it is getting cut, so it will be replaced with outline. This will be replaced by outline like this. Then you see that this portion will not be there in the sectional view, so we will trim it. So this part is not there and this part is not there. Similarly, this part will also be not there and this will not be there. So it becomes a sectional part. Now look at, I told you hidden line will be replaced by outline. So we are now, this should be hidden line, but it is now replaced with outline. So in between we will trim it. So this part will be trimmed. Also this part will be trimmed. And here the back side will be visible. So this part is also getting trimmed, but up to, so here some arc should be drawn. Because this portion is getting cut, some arc must be drawn, because there the line will be replaced by a curvature. So mostly we show this way. With arc option we will take the start, end and radius option. We will take a small radius. Trim this part as well. So this here also, so the circle is there, so we will again replace this with hidden lines with the outline. So this particular circle I am talking about, this one, in the top view it looks like this, it will be now outline from here to here and from here to here. Also, this is getting merged with the base plate, so base plate also will get also trimmed. Now it is a complete profile, and for hatch portion we do require a complete profile, right? So what we can do, the productivity can be increased by using layers. So construction layer must be off, so that we can get, so center line also I'll make it off for some time, so that we can get only the view. So you see, for hatch command to be executed, we require a closed profile. What is hatch command? Hatch is used for showing the section lines. So do you see here any hatch layer? No. So we can create one hatch layer. So go for layer property toolbar, click on new layer, name it as hatch, then you put the color as cyan color and you type continuous. This value will be smaller. In order to save the ink of the plotter, we can give this as a lightweight. Then go for hatch. The command for hatch command is H enter. When you press H enter, it is asking you to pick internal point, and also you see the environment is changed here. So I'll just say this is pick point. So pick point means we have to select the region wherein we have the hatch to be implemented. Now there are so many options of hatch available to you. I'll just explain few of them. This is the ANSI 31, which is shown for mild steel. Then for different materials we have this different. If you want to show the wall, then there is this type of hatch you have to select. Then if I want to show concrete, then brick, then brass. See, this is for brass, this is for brick, this is for sand. So many options are available in your library. This is called as hatch pattern. So for us, because the all the machine elements are made up of SS or MS, so we select the ANSI 31. Select this, select the pick point, remaining place here also we want it, and here also we want it. Then you will ask me why we are not showing in the rib portion. Mind well, the rib is getting cut longitudinally. It is not getting cut transverse. So in engineering drawing, there is a rule that we must not show the hatch in the rib which is getting cut longitudinally. Now you see this backside circle is falling behind these hatch lines. So there is a rule that we should not show hidden lines behind hatch lines. It is not true for all the times. When it is necessary to show the hidden parts, and in all the other views these parts are not visible, then one can show these hidden parts behind the hatch lines. One last step is remaining. Select this and you go to home and you select this as hatch. This is how we draw the sectional view of orthographic in the orthographic views. Is it clear? Yes. So once again I will repeat how we have done this. So once you draw this orthographic projection, you have to clear all your area, and that area should be completely filled. What will happen if the area is not completely filled? You see that there is a gap over here, and once I say H enter, hatch enter, and I will be able to click here, it is not getting click. What it is saying, there is no closed boundary. So we have to see or make sure that the boundary is closed, and then only hatch command can be executed. So hatch command, select the, which is called as select pick points. Now if I want to change, so in your case, if this the spacing between the hatch is not coming properly, so you can click this. There is option called as hatch scaling. You can increase the scale. See, if I increase the scale, the spacing between the hatch lines are increasing. Okay, if you want, if there is a assembly, That means, for example, here there is some different part is there and I want to put the hatch inside this. So click on hatch, select this, but here you see this is different material, so go for some different angle. Now, by default it is zeroed angle, we will put it 90. It will get opposite to this. And this type of hatch pattern we show when there is a assembly. That means this is different part than this. Then we go for hatch lines this way. Fine. Then if I again double click on this, it will go to the hatch property. So click on this, so it will go to hatch property. I have explained you about how to select the pick point, how to select the pattern. Then you have to say from here by layer, so that when I change the layer at the home, it will become this way. Then annotative, I told you annotative we give it when there are viewports, and those viewports when I put together, the hatch pattern should not scale or reduce. So for that we put in annotative. But for our case, in a basic view, we only draw one example on one viewport. So there is no need to give annotative kind of dimensions. So we will stop here, and thank you very much for your attention. And if there is any query, you can definitely ask me.